Up next on The Smart Consumer, Rick talks with Joseph Goldberg about employment scams. This and more next on The Smart Consumer.
Hello and welcome to The Smart Consumer. My name is Rick Hicks. You know, everybody is a consumer. Every one of us buys food, clothes, goods, and services of various kinds from some person or another. And these days, we don't even have to leave our house to do so. We buy things in response to ads we see in the newspaper. We buy in response to things that we hear over the telephone. We buy on the internet, through auctions on the internet. And with those changes in the way that we do business, it has become even more important for us to be smart consumers. Well, this program is all about giving you the information you need to be a smart consumer. And today, the subject of our program is employment scams. And with me today is an expert. This expert is my friend and associate, attorney Joseph Goldberg. Welcome, Joe.
Well, thank you for having me on your show, Rick.
Oh, it's absolutely a pleasure. One of the things that I find most interesting about you is that I picked up the Verizon Yellow Pages, the new and improved edition, and when I flipped open the Yellow Pages, under the subject of attorneys, actually on page 75 in the attorney section, under consumer law, the only attorney's name I find is yours, Joseph Goldberg. What's it mean to be a consumer lawyer?
Well, it's a somewhat specialized area, you might say, but it's very simple. A consumer lawyer represents individuals who have suffered a loss or have some sort of problem caused by a business. That's a very broad category, but that's really what it is.
So actually, you're the people's lawyer, not the company's lawyer then, huh?
That's right.
And I know more about your background, but I'd like our studio audience to know a little bit more about the things that you did before you became a private consumer lawyer. Like, you worked in the Attorney General's office for quite a while, right?
Well, absolutely. For approximately 7 years, I worked in the Bureau of Consumer Protection in the Attorney General's office. Most of that time, my supervisor was a guy named Rick Hicks. Taught me most of what I know about consumer law. But that's really where I learned about all these different legal areas and helping individuals.
Well, I don't want to downplay the significance of that, because not only were you a consumer lawyer, but you were the director of the Bureau of Consumer Protection, responsible for the entire state and all the consumer protection complaints that office got for a number of years. So one of the things that I know that office was responsible for was consumer education. So I am absolutely glad that you're here to talk about employment scams with us. The way we do this on The Smart Consumer is we actually sort of put on the clothes of a real live person and present a real live problem and have you as our expert sort of work through that problem with us. You ready to do that with me?
Absolutely.
All right, well, I'm not taking off any clothes, but I am actually going to put on the clothes of a person who is out of work. Let's say I've been unemployed for quite a while. I need a job. Badly. Bills are piling up, and I really haven't had an awful lot of success in finding a job. But I know that these days I'm not alone in that situation, and that there are other people who are unemployed. So what I'm trying to do is figure out how to navigate the cold, cold waters out there and be able to find a job. And I've decided to try some creative options. So the first thing I wanted to try to look at was employment service agencies. I've decided to go to one of those things. Is there any particular things I need to be concerned about if I go to an employment service agency?
Absolutely. You should try and check on the background of the agency, see how long it's been in operation, what kind of record they have with, say, the Better Business Bureau. You want to make sure that they operate and find jobs in the area, geographic area you want to be in. For example, if it's the Harrisburg area, you pretty much want a local agency.
Okay, and I mean, is there generally a way that they can guarantee me that if I come to them, because I know some of the things I saw in the paper said, we guarantee you that we will get you a job, and if we don't get you a job, we'll give you your money back. Is that something I should be concerned about?
Oh, absolutely. Before you do give them the money, find out what that guarantee really means. For example, they may tell you they'll guarantee you a job, but perhaps that job is flipping burgers at a fast food joint, and that's not what you're after. You want to make sure that they have the resources to give you the money back too. They're not a fly-by-night operation. That's important.
Are there fees? Should I be expecting to pay a fee if I go to an employment agency?
Different agencies work in different ways. A lot of them do not charge a fee because they receive a fee from the employer after they have placed you in a position. But there are some who do charge a fee.
All right, so what if I saw one of these agencies that say that they have tons of like state and government jobs to look at? Is that a good way to get a government job?
There is no employment agency that has the inside track on any civil service type job, any state job or federal job. Those jobs are all posted publicly, and you have the ability and the right to apply for them directly. You don't need to go through an agency.
Oh, so you're actually telling me that I should go straight to government rather than go to agencies to look for a job like that then, huh?
That would be my recommendation, yes.
Well, I saw one of these employment agency ads that listed jobs that would be consulting jobs. Is that something to be concerned about?
That's almost a euphemism. Sometimes you see managerial positions or management positions. A lot of times what those turn out to be are sales jobs. And in order for you to, excuse me, make money or get the job, you need to sell as opposed to actually do any kind of consulting or management.
Oh, this is all very instructive. We're going to stop for just a moment for a commercial break, but we'll be right back to talk about employment scams.